Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Rad Rides. This is Hassan Shirazi. I found another unicorn of a car. It's a 1997 Toyota 4Runner, 5-speed manual, 4x4. Only 5% of the third and last generation of Toyota 4Runners were made in manual transmission, but this one is even more special. It's a one-owner car with 273,000 miles on it. It's a very, very clean spec, clean title, clean CarFax, no accidents. And today I'm going to be giving you a little tour of this car. It's going to go on Bring a Trailer to be sold, and we're going to give you the cold start, walk around. We're going to test out all the power functions of this car, from the windows to AC and heat. And then towards the end, I'm also going to be taking it for a little drive, and my mechanic Tom is also going to rack her up and tell you about what he's done to the car and his personal opinion about this car. If you're new to this channel, I had another Toyota 4Runner, also happened to be a 97 with 5-speed manual 4x4 that I recently sold on Bring a Trailer. This is very similar to it, but this one has had one owner from November of 96 till last month when I bought it, so 27 years almost. And the other one, I was the 6th owner. Another thing that is very important about this car is that Southern California only car. That means there is zero rust underneath this car for those folks that are looking to maybe purchase this car from the rest of the country. All right guys, now I'm going to bring this car out of the garage and give you a little tour of this 97 Toyota 4Runner. All right guys, there you have it. It's the 97 4Runner in natural white with gray upholstery. Now I'm gonna go get inside and I'm gonna pop the hood and we're gonna do a little cold start for you guys. All right. Oops. Let's see how you pop the hood. All right, as you see, it is very, very cold. And now I'm gonna go start it. Starts without any problem. And now we're gonna go and we're gonna idle it a little bit. Very nice engine. One thing to mention about this car is that the timing belt was replaced at 196,000 miles, and my own mechanic replaced the front rotors and pads. And also we did the oil change on it, and we changed the, I believe, the passenger side CV joint. Now the previous owners, they also had the transmission service, and it has new shocks and strut. I believe they're Bilstein 5100, which when we rack up the car, you can actually see it. Now I'm gonna pull the car out and we're gonna give you a little tour around the car, okay? We're gonna stop it right here. There's no lights on besides obviously the brake light and seatbelt light. Everything nice and it idles really good. It's a cold car. Even I'm very surprised that it still has the original stereo system, which is actually pretty good. Ice cold AC. We're gonna turn on the AC. Yep, it's already cold for sure. Very cold. We're gonna test out the heat. And yep, it is very hot. I'm very surprised this car has almost 273,000 miles and everything is working on a tip-top shape. I'm gonna shut it off. I'm gonna test out the power windows, driver's window, passenger's window. Now up. Same thing for driver's window, driver's rear, And passengers. And passengers rear. All right, now we also have the sunroof. It is on tilt and goes back all the way. It needs to be cleaned out, obviously, a little bit around the edges, and then we're going to bring it back. And also, one of the most important things about these 4Runners is the rear window. So we're gonna go window down, as you see, and window up. Goes up without no problem. All right, now we're gonna give you a little walk around the car. I'm gonna shut off the engine. All right, also my mobile detailer did a very nice detail on the exterior besides cleaning the interior. On the exterior, he removed all the iron and the fallout. He also used a synthetic clay bar to remove contaminants, and he applied a 6-month ceramic coating for this car, which just gives you a little peace of mind, because the paint of this car, although it has not been painted or been in an accident, it's actually in very good shape. And a car with original paint actually is worth more than a car that has been repainted. For instance, my new daily car that I got, that 2023 BMW M3, it has a special paint called from an individual program called Speed Yellow. That was extra $4,500 option, and I almost spent $7,000 on full paint protection film to protect the nice paint on that car. That tells you a little bit about how much I care about the paint and overall conditions of my cars. Now we're just gonna go walk around this car and give you a little bit of overview of this car. Obviously, this car, again, it has 273,000 miles on it. It does have some rock chips on it, but they're not a lot. The paint is very nice and smooth, especially thanks to Sam, what he did. There are no cracks in the headlights, corner lights. The bumper has a little bit of oxidization. I mean, the chrome on this thing, obviously it has been around a lot. And very nice solid bumper. Now we're going to go around this car. The body is very nice and clean, as you see. The tires, let's talk about the tires. The tires are relatively new. I would say they have about a good 50 to 60% tire tread left on them. And then going around, we do see some chips on the paint, but very nice straight body. I don't even see any type of dent or ding. On these roof rails, I do see a little bit of peeling off, and that tells you that this car is obviously 27 years old. Give you a little view of the top of the car. Decent shape for all this mileage. We're gonna go back again. The rear window is in very good shape. Now, one thing I need to mention to you guys, the rear bumper has a small dent. It's not from an accident. When we rack up this car, you can even see it. It has a small little bend, maybe somebody backed up into something. And there is a small dent right here too. Small one. This one is very subtle. As far as the tailgate, very nice. Very clean. No dents, no nothing. I would probably replace the wiper blade. That's something I didn't do. Right here, if you want, you can take it out and paint it, but my other 4Runner was also like that area that holds the license plate. Let's come to the passenger side. Again, very nice and straight body. You can look at it yourself. Very clean. I did notice one dent, or small little dent right here, guys, and there is one on the passenger front door right here, but besides that, nothing. Very nice and clean, one owner car from November of 1996 all the way till 3rd week of October, which I purchased it. There is a small chip on the windshield, but there are no cracks. So this is the original windshield. right, there you have it. All right, let's go over the interior a little bit. Both the driver's front and passenger's front seats have been replaced. The original seats were actually in a very, very bad condition, but I found some donor seats that I got lucky off of Facebook Marketplace, and they were not cheap, but we had them replaced. And she had a very, very nice, thorough cleaning done by my mobile detailer, Sam Martinez. I mean, he shampooed the headliner and the seats. Everything looks in tip-top shape. Even the sun visors were a little bit dirty, so he cleaned it up really, really good. And this car is in a very, very good shape. As you see, even the cup holders work. It's very interesting how you open them up. And then when you're done, you're gonna do this and you push it back in. You even have a rear ashtray. Unlike my other 4Runner that you had a actual heater for the rear passengers, this car did not come with that. And let's look at the tailgate area. Again, very nice and clean. All-weather map. Somebody can also buy a cargo cover, maybe off of eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or maybe even Craigslist. And yeah, everything looks pretty nice. Over here, we're gonna close the tailgate. And this car also came with the tow package. So this car can actually tow about 5,000 pounds. All right, guys, now we're gonna take this 4Runner for a little drive around my neighborhood. We're also gonna take it to Pacific Coast Highway, which is not that far from my house. And we're gonna drive it 50, 60, 65 miles per hour. And we're gonna have the AC on. It's a relatively nice day, but I'm gonna have the AC on and have the windows up. All right, we're gonna start her up. Starts right up. Have the AC on low. All right. Car drives very smooth. Shifting gears is very smooth. The clutch is not heavy. My other 4Runner had a heavier clutch, so that's why when they said that the previous owners had transmission service done to it, they had replaced the clutch, and it's very smooth. It's a lot more solid car, although it has almost 6,000 miles more than my previous 4Runner. And it doesn't have the leather seats, but I actually like these seats a lot more because the leathers on the previous one were cracked, and I think these are easier to maintain. Especially, I got lucky, I got them in very, very good condition. AC is really nice, and cruise control also works on this car, so we're gonna engage the cruise control in a little bit. For a 27-year-old car, it drives really good. I have an Infiniti QX4 and it has half the miles than this, but it does not drive nowhere near as good as this 4Runner. No wonder these third-gen 4Runners are very sought after, especially in the manual version. That is less than 5%, and only half of those manuals were V6 and 4x4. So this is like the most unicorn version that you can get, and unfortunately Toyota stopped bringing any more manual 4Runners. Third generation was the last year that you could get in manual. The suspension that has been, the shocks that have been replaced with the Bilstein 5100s. Definitely gives it a much better ride quality than the previous one that I had. I'm gonna engage the cruise control. Get on the left side, and we're about to approach Pacific Coast Highway, also known as Highway 1. It's a beautiful, typical Southern California day, and it's a Sunday. I always like to test drive the other cars that I do reviews for the channel from this area, which is really close to my house, about a couple of miles down, and then I do the U-turn. I come back up because it's not that very crowded. Speed limit is about 60 miles in some areas, so you can give the car a little bit of gas if you want. See what the potential performance that it has. This one obviously has only about 183 horsepower, and I forgot the torque number. I think it's like 210, 212. I could be wrong. So it's not a very fast car, but it's a super reliable. And in this format that you see, it's very, very sturdy. And a lot of competitors of this car, they will be falling apart by now, or they've already been in junkyard and recycle. Not these third generation 4Runners, and the fact that there is no salt in Southern California makes this car is even more desirable. Right. Gonna give it a little bit of gas. 40 miles per hour. 50. And 60 miles per hour. I'm going to put the cruise control, and then it'll take the feet off the gas. The suspension of this car, the way it sits, the front is a little bit raised, and I'm not a biggest fan of it, but it's not super bad. Like some cars are really, really hideous, but it actually is, when you drive it, it's not that bad. Drive it a little bit more, then I'm going to change the camera for a point of view. I'm going to put one of these cameras on my forehead so you guys can see when I shift the gears, and just see how the instrument cluster is. Get a little feel of the car yourself. I'm going to switch the camera angle. Alright guys, now we're gonna take the hazards off. Now we're gonna get back on the highway, and first gear, second gear, third. Very nice and smooth. And look, it's almost about to turn 273,000 miles. So you're actually witnessing the 273,000 miles, and there it did, 273,000 miles. Wow, how neat. I'm gonna drive a little bit. We're gonna go by the pier in downtown Huntington Beach. Is gonna be on the left side. The pier is gonna be on the right side. Again, very beautiful day. I'm gonna crack this, put it on tilt. Very blessed to have this type of weather in California. It is in the middle of November. Brakes are very smooth. Thanks to Tom that replaced them. They were not that bad, but the rotors needed to be replaced, and he said if you're changing the rotors, change the pads too. I was like, all right. Getting close to the pier very soon. Actually, a couple of more streets, a couple of more minutes actually. It's a very nice area. Sometimes I come and park the car and jog on that area. right parallel to the ocean. You can bring your bike, obviously surfing board, got people skating, biking. It's very nice. I'm gonna let go of the steering wheel. We're gonna engage the cruise control. It's keeping the speed nice and steady. Feet is off the gas. Cruise control is on. Alright guys, I forgot to engage the 4x4 in this car, but I'm gonna do it. So this car, if any speed, if you're doing 50 and under, you can automatically put it in 4-wheel drive. So I'm gonna do it right now. And the light is coming on. So that means now it's on 4x4. So this is any speed 50 and under. You don't have to get out of the car like the old school 4x4s to lock the hubs. You can just drive your car, but it has to be 50 miles and under. I'm gonna put it back, and there you go, the light goes off. All right guys, you guys got both a tour of the 4Runner and also downtown Huntington Beach on a very busy and good weather type of mid-November day. And I hope whoever gets this car appreciates it, enjoys it. They definitely don't make cars like this anymore. Manual transmission is a dying type of transmission, unfortunately, and I'm glad Toyota still offers it on few of their cars. The GR Corolla, the new Supra has it, and then what is that? The GR86 also has it, but you don't see it on SUVs. And good luck bidding, guys. If you have any questions when the auction goes live, please don't hesitate. If you need another video, picture, or anything, I'll be glad to definitely answer any questions. This is the third car that I'm selling on Bring a Trailer. The blue Lexus ISF that you saw on my driveway is also going on Bring a Trailer very soon. All right guys, I brought the 4Runner to Tom, and Tom, my mechanic, Tom Huerta at Quantum Mechanics in Huntington Beach. He's gonna tell you what he thinks of the car, the general condition of it when it came in, and what he's done to it. And later on, we're also gonna rack up the car, and we're gonna go underneath the car and tell you a little bit about what Tom thinks, his professional opinion about this car. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
Hello everybody, happy Monday. Looks like we've got another 97 4Runner. Another unicorn actually, because it is a manual 4-wheel drive. The 5VZFE motor, V6 powerhouse, high mileage is nothing to these cars. Looks like the timing belt was done at 196. We're at 274?
73.
273. So probably think about doing a timing belt if you purchase this. What we did do when we got the inspection done was we had to do front pads and rotors and then a left front axle. Shocks are new. Let's put it up in the air, and that way you can see underneath it, no accidents. Okay, so here's a chance to look underneath the vehicle. Bilstein 5100s, front and rear. You can see we actually did put in a new left front axle. The CV boot was ripped. Made a little bit of a mess, but we cleaned all that up. And during that time, we put new front pads and rotors on this vehicle. If you want to take a look, the drive shaft yokes are in great shape. Cats are still there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, looks good underneath. You can see the Bilsteins in the back. Yeah, we got really, really good suspension in the back here. Solid axle. And no leaks noted. Yeah, don't see any witness marks on any subframe movement. Don't see any bent frames. Don't even see any bent brackets on the bumper. It does look like it had a trailer hitch installed, which is nice. And drums in the rear. Those drum pads were over 55% when we did the inspection about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and then we'll lower it and we'll show you what the new seats look like. Okay, so with this vehicle, Isan sent us some unicorn seats for this unicorn vehicle.
That match the rear seats.
That match the rear seats, number one. We also put in a new armrest, new shifter knob, and then what we did was we took the steering wheel and airbag off and replaced this light stock for light actuation. Yeah, it's a really, really good car, inside and out.